you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There is an intense pounding in your head, and you can feel the world fading. As the world fades away, you lose all sense of being grounded.
This is the deepest recess of my soul. But it looks like the Hall of Echoes.
Bathed in the half-light, it looks haggard and...
My chosen, come. Come closer. So that... Look me.
The apparition clasps your face.
Blind eyes. Speak the spell. And see. Please, speak the spell.
strange mirror image of yourself. Before you stands the god...
You know me now, don't you? I saved you from drowning. I blessed you, made you powerful. Your god-woken soul is my last refuge, my last bastion. May as well make the best of what you have to...
Rannick nourishes himself from the source that abounds...
Ah, yes. Just what I needed. I tell you, dying just doesn't become a god. Immortality is only permanent, my dear, until one day it simply ceases to be. The void itself is hunting down the gods, leeching us in ways we never thought possible. Droplet by droplet, we are being drained. We're battling for our very survival. It's a battle we're losing, and should we truly lose, all will be cast into oblivion. To save us both, as a matter of fact. You must realize that our fates are now as one, just as our souls are now as one. Together we are a force to be reckoned with. But if we seek to survive the onslaught of the Void, we stand no chance unless we become vastly more powerful than we are now. That means there is but one place we can go. The Well of Ascension. It is a lake, a pool of pure source in which the powers we gave them up freely to create the first divine. Each of us donated half of that which makes us gods. To bathe in the lake is to become our chosen. That is where the road to divinity leads, and you must be the first to reach it at all costs. I know. Or did you think I chose you for nothing more than our shared humanity? One must never enter into any endeavor, though, without realizing the stakes. The Void is stronger than ever. A new divine won't be enough. You need to go to the Well of Ascension, not to bathe in the source of the Seven, but to take it. All of it. Only he who claims everything will be everything. The Void's doom. This world's liberator. I hope you understand them to their full extent. The other gods must either bow to you, or be undone. But of course, that is what they are saying to their own God-woken as we speak. We both know they won't bow, just like we both know you will never bow to them. Only one can become a god strong enough to safeguard our world. One. So make no mistake, my champion. Chances are the road to divinity will be paved with dead gods. Their blood, but don't let that dismay you. For these sins will be washed clean by the knowledge you committed them to save all of existence. I promise that yours alone will be the powers of the lake, and to the lake I will lead you. But not yet. Not until you've become a true master of the Source. Until you speak the language of creation itself. Our journey will be fraught with peril. It is a pilgrimage of challenges that will require you to command Source like only a God-woken can, and wield its most powerful spell.
Hoarse laughter rolls and echoes into infinity.
You are already formidable, my chosen. But you underestimate just how much more formidable you could be. We are I now. The spells you need to know I will teach you when you are ready. But first, you must learn to channel the Source in greater volumes. That is why you need to seek Masters of the Source. You must make them teach you, so that you may become a master in turn. So, return to Rivellon and seek out these sages where they dwell. Convince them to share with you their deep-seated bond with the Source. Once you have, you may return to me here. Something that will make you understand that for a god, there is precious little difference between the living and the dead. Source is. It is a constant, a subject of neither time nor transience. All of life is source, and in source it is, immortally so. You have the vision of a god now. Eyes that can see spirits, the souls of the dead made manifest in source. Speak the spell during your peregrinations, and you will see them. Where the dead lie, the dead linger. Best of luck, my champion.
The Meister stares intently at you. Her eyes are tired and bruised, but determined.
Still alive? Gods above, there might be something to you after all.
She leans in, her bloody tongue flickering hungrily about your face.
Tell me, what did you see? What you know?
She sighs impatiently as you hack up the last.
You can't channel enough source? Gods be damned, why couldn't you have a nice simple problem? Finding an orc to dance the hornpipe, perhaps? I know exactly what must be done. You must find a master of source. And I could have helped you once, but no longer. The purging which the Magisters included as part of their service was quite efficient. They stripped me of my source. Not enough to silence me, but enough that I would not turn their insides to lime. Enough to sever my link to the font from which all source flows, and certainly enough that I cannot train you. So we must seek alternatives. Alas, the only source masters not yet hauled off to Fort Joy or turned into meat puppets are those too dangerous or cunning for the Magisters to contain. Sorcerers that allowed their power to corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and generally not good teacher material, but we may have no others to turn to. These are the kinds of creatures that grew bored pulling the legs from spiders and so moved on to people. Fun is not the word I would choose. However, it is the path we walk, no matter what the cost. No matter what is asked of you.
The Meister doubles over in a violent coughing fit, struggling for breath. After a few moments, she regains her composure, wiping a thin smear of blood from the corner of her mouth.
No matter what is asked of you, you must learn from them. The Magisters have kept ledgers with all known sorcerers, especially the powerful ones not yet captured. They would be an invaluable resource. But do be careful not to get caught. I was their guest for a time, and I promise you the gallows was the most comfortable part of the experience. And if their barracks turns out to be as empty as their skulls, just try to keep an ear to the ground. There may...
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens, a dark red stain spreading across her tunic. She hisses in frustration.
I wish there was more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon. Godspeed, and remember, do whatever it takes.
The spirit of an elegant elven woman
You can see me. A godwoken in my presence. I am the Meister's apprentice. I study under her, but I do not learn. I hear Meister tells me it cannot happen, that I am not godwoken. No air fills my lungs, only fire. When the darkness falls, I cannot...
The spirit looks at you regretfully.
It is hard to hear of such power, and not covet it for yourself.
Just when I think this land holds no more still. At least this is an interesting variation on dismal. How many times must I tell you? I have business in the Black Pits. We should head to the excavation site there. Just when I think this land still. At least this is an interesting variation on dismal. How many times must I tell you? I have business in the Black Pit.
Stay strong on your holy mission, Godwoken.
The Meister sits slumped in her chair.
What news? Can you channel enough source? Are you powerful enough to proceed? The Magisters kept records of each and every sorcerer in the area. The good, the bad, and the dangerously insane. You have the privilege of seeking out the final of the three. Break into the Magister's barracks, find their records, and seek out Masters of the Source. Remember, these are dangerous creatures, but it is...
Meet the Reaper for me.
The spirit of an emaciated prisoner is staring down at his own corpse. He shakes his...
Of all the stupid ways to go. Best leave that secret for someone who needs it. You can stroll out of here whenever you like. Oh, it was a stupid bloody accident. I dosed myself with some poison to make it look like I was half dead. I figured they'd take me to see a healer, and I'd have a chance to escape. I must have taken too much of the stuff, though. Wound up fully dead instead of half dead. Those bastards haven't even moved me body. What do you want, air breather?
The spirit scowls at you.
I did nothing. Or I didn't do what they accused me of, at least. A miscarriage of justice is what this is. That's putting it bloody lightly. Nobody deserves to rot in a hole like this. Best leave that secret for someone who needs it. You...
bloodline.
The spirit of a Magister stares dumbly at her translucent hand.
My ring! Where's my ring?
The spirit pivots her wrist, staring.
I should have been more careful. She hacked at my sword hand first. I couldn't defend.
The spirit stares, absorbing your quest towards the kitchen. The spirit's lips part, but it doesn't come. She forlornly stares at you, unable to find the words.
Is the greater good? I don't think you know even a smaller good if it bit you on the arse.
Bloodline. Who shall rise? Who gains the title most divine?